What's good? Welcome to the ThunderPals Super Mario Maker live stream. I am your host, IcebergMike, and today we are going to make a level. But we're not going to just make it any old level. This is going to serve as a tutorial for how to make basic decent levels in Super Mario Maker and the sequel, Super Mario Maker 2. What I'm gonna go over is it's not gonna be just limited to the first game. Like, you'll be able to let me get this off my ear. You'll be able to take this information and use it in... Wait, what's happening? Hold on. Because my sound just decided... I don't know, my sound... It was all good just 5 seconds ago. Okay. Alright, so let me start over. Today we're going to make a level, and this information can be used in not only Super Mario Maker or Super Mario Maker 2. It can be used in any platforming type of, I guess, game engine that you use. And we're gonna go over, it's gonna be some simple things. This also happens to tie in with the 12 item challenge going forward. It's gonna be monthly, and I'm making my level for round 91. But the caveat is that I could choose any 12 items I want, but this is perfect for what I'm trying to illustrate here. Super Mario Maker 2 is going to have way more items to interact with than the first game. So it's important to pick something that is going to like a basic thing, like a basic mechanic, and develop that through the whole level instead of trying to spam everything at your disposal. Try to laser focus on something that will like Koopa Troopas, for instance. You can make a level based all around having to deal with the jumping around and on Koopa Troopas. We're gonna do something like that when we make this level. We can view those later. The first thing you want to do before even placing one item, and that's even before deleting everything, is you do want to start with a clean slate. You want to decide what you're trying to do. A lot of people like making troll levels, a lot of people like making Kaizo levels. You actually need to decide right now what it is you're gonna make. I like traditional, traditional run to the right levels, and that means we gotta get out of the sea. And I'm going to do it in, I think, Mario 3. I think this is a good place to start. Okay. So, well, I should probably acknowledge some of the people here, because this is gonna be part of a cropped, edited video later, but I learned from last time that I might as well just carry it on as a regular live stream. So what's good, one troller? Huda, Zoix, Kobe, what's good, man? Samad, you're an idiot. Stop. Kobe, you definitely should try to figure something out. You'll be in and out. Alright. Okay, so here's how we're gonna start. Like I said, you have to decide what it is you want to do. I want to make something basic, so we're gonna just lay some ground down. We'll start even. Now, mind you, even though I'm limiting myself to 12 items, you don't necessarily have to do the same. This is more for brevity's sake and to show you that you can make something pretty darn good without having to spam everything. I'm not gonna move the end of the stage all the way to the right just yet. Now, typically, when you play levels, most of the time, at least like in basic Mario levels, they'll start you off with like a couple of Goombas. Actually, not even that. You won't even see them at the beginning of the level. You gotta move a little bit before you see the first Goomba or Koopa Troopa. Okay. Now, this is basic and might be a little boring to some people because a lot of people like it when, let's say, a fire bar is like right on them at the start. Well, I had the edit frames, but yeah. If you really want to make something that difficult, go for it. But you gotta be aware that oftentimes, and well, this really applies to Mario Maker 1, we're not sure how it's gonna work in 2. But if endless mode is anything like 100 Mario Challenge, random levels are gonna be thrown at a player. And if a level starts with a fire bar on them, or even worse, where is it? A thump right on top of them. It's not good. You don't want to kill the player before the level even starts. It's generally not a good thing to do. So you gotta you have to make your level with that in mind. It should be basic. At least it should start basic. Now, when you're choosing to make a mechanic for your level, you have a lot of options here. But it's best to narrow down to a couple of things at most. So I'm gonna go with platforms, and I'm gonna have them on rails. That's kind of the easiest way to. And I've made a level like this before. It was called Blocking the Show, but people didn't exactly respond well to it. they were confused by it, so I'm gonna do a simplified version of what I did in that level. In blocking the shell, I had a block go around, and you had to kind of drop Koopa Troopa into something to get things to activate. We're not gonna bother with that. I'm gonna show you in the beginning what you're gonna deal with. So this is the opening mechanic that we're using. You're basically going up and down, and you get a chance to see how the mechanic works. This is how you introduce a mechanic. Now, remember how I told you enemies shouldn't be in the beginning, they should come later? We're up to that step now. This is the later. Now, while I was riding on this, the enemies started coming. If you notice. While I'm up here, one of the Goombas came. I actually like how that works, because it can show you, this is basically showing you everything that is going to be involved in the level, or at least most of the things. So, we're going to go with that. And when you finally decide to move, I think I'll put a gap here. This will be the first obstacle that you have to deal with. It's very simple, but there's been many a player who they'll try to rush through and whoops, you gotta jump. Maybe it might be too early to introduce something like that, but that's what we're gonna go for. So now from here, once you make that jump, you have these two to deal with. Now remember our mechanic. Do we wanna just have them walking on the ground, or do we want the mechanic involved? We want the mechanic involved. So you can have a Koopa Troopa on the platform, and it's gonna walk towards you, and it's gonna create a development to the original mechanic. We're just gonna bypass that. That didn't work right. Sometimes you have to make adjustments. What I want to happen, we're having an issue with spawn rates. Let me see if I can have them fall. Will that help? There we go. That's kind of what I wanted. Let me see. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted. Now notice, as you are moving around, how you had to, like, I probably should move this a little more. Let's see if I can. Alright, so they're too far apart. Let me move you over 2 and move this over 2. Okay. Let me read some comments while I'm doing this. Just remember, in Super Mario Maker 2, you can't build over the start arrow. Well, that's good. Sire Mount, I'm not sure what that means. What up, Sean and Nader? This is not my last Mario Maker stream. My last stream will either be Wednesday or Thursday. Why am I still playing this? Because this is my favorite game. You made the thumbnail? Lit. Alright, Cobalt. You're done, your level wasn't in there? If you were referring to the 10 creative levels video, that's not the first or last video I'm gonna make like that. And I really wanted to show off levels that went above and beyond to be creative. So if you want to be featured in the next one, that's the bar that I'm laying down. And some of them weren't like all that complicated. Like Keen Kitty was like really good, but it was really basic. So that's what I'm looking for when that's an example of what I'm looking for when I'm saying that I want to see creativity. But let me get back to this. Alright, so we jump over him. Now, this isn't particularly dangerous, because we could just walk under. So I'm thinking maybe to put a gap under here. So now this became a little bit more dangerous. And we didn't even get to the twist yet. We're just developing what we want to do here. See now it's interesting. But I don't want the Koopa Troopa to fall off, so we gotta adjust this. Mario Maker and other like level designing, like level editors, game engines, you have to do a lot of testing, because you never know if you leave something that'll break the level or not. So we're just gonna do this. Throw some aesthetics in there, and let's try it again. Well, you fall off, you fall off. Let me see if adjusting... Oh, wait a minute. We could do this. I want to see. No, it's not quite what I was looking for. Ooh. Okay. That's a desired effect. So if you saw what I was doing, I was manipulating how the platform works, so I could get that Koopa Troopa to fall correctly. Alright, so now I'm at the point where I have to extend the level. I don't want to go too far though. Okay. So I introduced the mechanic. I developed it. Now we're gonna add a twist to it. So far, I've had you deal with the platform on tracks, deal with a Koopa Troopa on said tracks, and our little Goomba friend here who doesn't pose much of a threat. So now, since we're past that now, it's time to throw a twist at you. Now, the Goomba enemy with the feather is part of what I'm doing. Because now it's the same Goomba, but now it's not walking straight, it's jumping up. And, I wanted to enclose the space, but I just realized since I have this Koopa Troopa up here, I may not be able to do that. Hold on. Can I get away with what I'm doing if it's still this way? Yes, okay. Let me do it from the beginning to make sure it works. I wish you could see it fall down on there, but what are you gonna do? Okay. So now we're up to this part, and you have to deal with this jumping Goomba. And I'm gonna lower the ceiling so that you're forced to deal with it. No. Nah, just never mind me while I'm filling this stuff in. Okay. Alright. And he chases you. So that's also something you have to take into consideration. I'm gonna open this back up, but I just wanted to force you to interact with the Goomba. Like, you can jump over it, but it's a little scary because before it was open and now it's all closed. But right after it starts opening up, I'm gonna have that same gap with the same situation. I might have goofed here. Maybe I need to move it over a bit. Alright. I guess I should put it right there. How far is the gap? It's a 4 gap. Okay. Alright, so we're dealing with Duke. I didn't want to. I wanted it. Most of you will probably hit it, but I don't want you to do that necessarily. I'm trying to illustrate something. It's not acting right. Ooh. Okay. Doing this can be complicated at times. Okay, there we go. That's the result we want. Move you back over, move you, nope. Move you over one. Okay. Okay, so now I got what I wanted. Jump over you. That wasn't supposed to happen. That's the interaction I wanted. I wanted you to be stuck between a rock and a hard place. But see, now is when things get interesting. I'm gonna start twisting what it is that you're supposed to be doing. Notice I didn't give you a power-up yet, right? Now you gotta start dealing with jumping over things and having platforms in the way. Difference with this one, I want to give it wings. It's not working quite the way I want. I want that winged. Might have to. What I'm trying to achieve, and it might be harder than I realized, I want the paratrooper to bounce onto this platform and potentially be in the way. Oh, okay. So it can work. Doesn't always work, but it has a chance of working. Yeah, I'm not quite done yet. Now we're gonna use the variant of the red Koopa Troopas to act like an interceptor of sorts. I think I might want a little more than that. Ooh. Alright. I need to raise you guys higher. I've only used 3 enemies, and look at what I have to deal with here. I didn't even give you a power-up. Ooh. Alright, I think after that I'll give you some ground. I'll give you some ground on that one. Alright, so now I want to go over using pink coins. In Mario Maker 2, you're gonna get access to the bigger value coins, but they all pretty much function in the same way as something that can throw crinkle into the gameplay. Because you notice this section here where we literally had a row of paratroopers, a rogue green one and a regular Koopa Troopa, and it was kind of difficult. Like, you could easily have made a wrong move and ended up in the pit or on the spikes. Now, what if I put a red coin there? I'm playing this section a whole lot differently now, aren't I? Because now, before I would just jump over to grab the pink coin, and I could probably still do that because I did have one of the paratroopers become a regular Koopa Troopa and I could just lob the shell at it. But now things are different. I had multiple ways of doing that, but because I decided to edge my way to the end, now I got the coin. But now making it over is gonna be rather difficult now. See, I died. So, introducing ways to get special items like 1-ups or pink coins, or even if you're doing a regular level but it has 100 coins in it. Things like these, well, obviously if we start the level, it's just gonna float. But these are things to think about, because you can easily put like a rogue question mark blocks, like, let's see. You can put it right there. No, that's not gonna work. Let's say we put it right there, and we put the 1-up in there. And for sake of argument, this isn't gonna be in the level, I'm trying to make an example. Let's put a hammer brother here. you can go for it, but who says you're gonna make it after getting the 1-up? Things like that. You want to make the stakes to get certain items higher than normal. And let me see if I can come up with actually a chain chomp is actually more suitable here. So we'll put the 1-up there. Now you don't know how this chain chomp is gonna move. It can go up, down. It could really mess your day up as you go to get the 1-up. So it's things like that you gotta take into consideration. Another way you could do it you could have this buzzsaw. Now I was able to still get the 1-up, but what if there was a gap here? So now I failed to get the 1-up. Oh, so it's risky moves like that. I made a mistake, but now notice I was able to traverse this, but that's because I know that I could do that jump. A new player playing your level is going to be cautious when they get here. Even if they're a seasoned player, because gaps, like, I don't condone doing this. I really hate it when people do this, but you could easily have a hidden block there. So it's not advisable to just try to, oh, I keep messing it up. It's not advisable to try to jump from the edge, because you never know what's gonna be there. Even if the level isn't a troll level, just edges are, they're scary. They cause you to, like, wait a minute. let me stop before proceeding. But back to my example here. Oh crap. It's kind of hard with the chain jump there. So there's different ways to implement risk versus reward. I don't think that's too good a place for the paratroopers. Or maybe I should move this over one. Yeah. Let's see how it works now. Alright, so I can grab this. Yeah, I kind of like that a little better. So we'll add a spike here. Move this over. I like that the lift was moving the paratroopers, but it can cause issues. This is fine. Now, you could easily, like, put a saw here, and it would mess up with the, it would definitely mess with the jumping you have to do, because now it's not so easy. But you gotta be prepared for the repercussions of doing that. Maybe I need to make this gap longer. Because the whole point is I want you I want you to use the platform to get across. If you make the jump, yeah, I don't think you can, something stops you. I don't think you can make it from all the way over. Alright, so it's doable. But my level isn't supposed to be that hard, so we're gonna get rid of that. This is supposed to be somewhat, like, not even easy. I want this level to be normal difficulty when I'm done with it. Because I decided early on, I want anyone to be able to beat this. Alright, so I'm gonna take a pause here and read comments. You made it on MS Paint. So when is Super Mario Maker 2 coming out? We should all know it's Friday by now. Ken, what's good? Yes, Mario Maker is coming out. Well, let's keep it a buck. Mario Maker 2 is out already. I'm pretty sure there's a mom and pop store that doesn't care about street date, and the game is out. So if I did some delving into where like certain stores are, I'm sure they have it already. If they don't have it already, it's getting shipped to their store. Because when games are finished, they're usually finished long before the release date. Because they have to mass produce the I was about to say disc, but Switch uses cartridges, so they'd have to mass produce the cartridges and the box art, the casing. So all this stuff, like the game is probably done 2 months ago, and they were just spending time from that point onward seeing if they could tweak things last minute, mass producing the materials for it. So right now, 5 days before the game comes out, it's sitting in boxes getting ready to be shipped to major retailers and whatnot. I got early access because I'm Charles Martin. Let's go. Can't you just do a red Koopa? What I'm trying to do with this tutorial is give like a basic overview how to make a level. So, you know, you don't have, these are guidelines. You can do whatever you want, but people have asked me what it is you should do to make a good level. That's why I'm doing this. Papa's a family man. This relationship is weird. Dual Franklin, welcome to the stream. Survival of the fittest, what? Welcome, Fireboy. This is not a demo, this is me showing you how to make a basic level in Super Mario Maker. And this level will obviously not be available in the sequel, but you can use what I'm showing you and what I'm saying to help you make levels in whatever game engine / level editor you choose to use, because Mega Man Maker is a thing, and the same things I'm showing you here can translate it into that. Mario Maker 2, you could replicate this same level in 2 if you want it. Alright, so let's continue. Alright, so I introduced the mechanic. I developed it. I threw a twist on it. Now, usually, when you want to conclude what you want to do in your level, you have a couple of options. You could make like a really like complex, but maybe not really complex, but more complex than what you've shown so far, obstacle course to the flagpole, or in this instance the end card. You could have a boss fight. You could do a couple of things with how you want to conclude your level. But one thing that you should always do is whatever you started with the level, you should have it be shown at the end of the level. And this is what I would have at the end. But we're not quite there yet. We're skipping forward. So let's extend further. So this tutorial is more complete. I'm gonna do both a complex run to the end, and I'm gonna have a boss fight. I didn't use checkpoints yet, so I'm probably gonna get to that when I get to the boss fight. But we can use one now, since we're afforded two. So I'm gonna use a pipe. And one thing to remember about Super Mario Maker. Well, they have the scroll stop in 2, so you can do this. I think if you do it all the way to the top, it won't show anything past it. I don't know if it'll work if you take it to the dividing line, but I only want this to be I want it to be half the screen. So what I'm doing is I'm simply bringing it to the halfway point, and I'm cutting off the rest of the level. We're gonna put the pipe here. We can leave it underground because I'm not gonna make anything down here. I'm merely using this to act as checkpoint 1, because I'm gonna keep everything on the overworld. So it actually doesn't matter what I do here. But in the interest of time and to keep things simple, I'm not gonna use the subworld. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Now, this is why checkpoints are important. They usually tell the player that, okay, you did all of this stuff, now you don't have to do it again. Deal with the level from this point forward. You usually use it after difficult sections or before a difficult section. Kind of like to acknowledge this is gonna be a little harder than what you're used to, so just prepare for it. When I get mad at people who don't use checkpoints, and it's not necessarily me being mad, I'm more disappointed because you could still have your hard level. Your level could be non-stop action, no safe zones, just some of the most precision-based platforming ever. But you have to give the player a break. You can't expect them to do all of these crazy things all at once. So we're gonna have the pipe come out here. And we're gonna continue where we left off. One cool thing, we're not gonna hit block limit in this particular level, at least I don't think so. And in Mario Maker 2, the block limit has been increased to 4,000, and other blocks aren't in there. So you can have 4,000 pure ground pieces. So I don't think I will be hitting block limit in the sequel, at least not as frequently as I did in the first. But in case you ever hit block limit, the easy way to save blocks is to have your pipes go all the way down, eating up some of the ground. This way you can still have your level look aesthetically pleasing and save on blocks. Another thing you can do, and I don't really advise this as a tactic, but you can use semi-solids and they kind of do the same thing, fill with space. I don't like it because it doesn't always look good. Depending on what style, course style or course theme or game style you use, then this can work. Or maybe this is how you want the level to look. It all depends on what you want to do. But we don't have to worry about that because there's no way we're hitting block limit. I'll leave the pipes like that though. So now I'm gonna just build all the way to the end. I probably need more space than that, but we'll see. So we're gonna get our mechanic. I actually could copy paste most of this. This is the majority of what I'm gonna be doing. Okay. Yeah, I need more space. I'm not sure how much more space I'm gonna need, but let's just deal with that for now. Alright, so we come up from the pipe. We're dealing with that guy. Now this largely looks the same, but we're gonna have it function different. We're gonna have this guy more involved. Ooh. Ooh. It's Good thing we gave him that checkpoint, right? I'm gonna put a middle section here for you to breathe, because there is a lot going on there. But then it's gonna start over again. And that saw thing I talked about earlier, probably gonna use it now. I haven't been counting the items I've been using, but I doubt I've hit 12. I'm probably close though. Let's see, I think everything is here. Let me just, wings, Koopa Troopers, Goombas, rails, platforms, round, spikes, saws, coins. I think I'm at 9. I'll definitely verify it, but I think we're at 9. Oh, I forgot to go over coins real quick. Let me do that now. Coins are largely pointless in Mario Maker. That's probably why I forgot about it, but you can use coins as arrows. The Super Mario World games use these a lot. I don't necessarily have to have these here, but since I'm using red coins anyway, might as well, right? Alright, Switch, we get it. So you can use them for that purpose, but let's say for some reason I let you go up here. Let's say for some reason you're all the way up here. Troll players usually do like a thing of coins to lead you into a pit. But what they're supposed to be used for is to guide you in case you're not sure, if you are worried about having to do a leap of faith. This prevents that. So if you... This allows you to be able to make jumps without having to worry about getting killed. But unfortunately, with the advent of troll levels, this art has been kind of lost. But that is something that you can utilize. I'm gonna throw some more coin arrows because why not? This is one of my items, so I gotta use it. I was trying to avoid using the P switch because I really like using it, but I guess I can use it to show you how to introduce like a speed run like element into your level. So I'll have this safe zone serve a purpose. Let me see. I'm not sure if that puts me over, but this is also a cool way to dispense items. That didn't quite work out. That's actually kind of cool. I never had to do that before. I'm actually rolling with that. So I just learned something now by trying to show you something I used in previous levels. But I put up my own twist on it, and you can have a respawning P. So since I'm using coins, I can throw another mutation or twist onto what I'm doing here. And I guess since we got the... Actually, I gotta be careful because I'm using too many items. I could have you rush through this section to get to the P-switch door. But I gotta make sure that I'm not going over 12 items. So let me quantify it. I think that's all the items I've been using. Oh, I'm using the note block. I think that's 12 exactly. I don't think I used anything else. Oh, the bullet bill launcher. That puts me at 13. Ooh, and the saw. Well, the saw I can get rid of. I can easily get rid of the saw. Actually, since I'm using pipes, oh, I really want to keep that though. But since I'm using pipes, I could achieve the same thing with a pipe. Just do that. And it would require less items, but that's kind of boring. I like the new thing I just came up with. So I'm a little torn. What should I do? Oh, the P-switch itself makes it 14. So I missed one. reached a dilemma here. Alright, so we can get rid of 2 items off the rip. Oh, wait. Yeah, we can get rid of 2 items off the rip. Because I'm not gonna do this. Actually, yeah. I'm gonna get rid of the buzzsaw because I can achieve that same thing with a paratrooper. Which, actually I gotta achieve that same thing with spikes, actually. Okay. I think that puts us back at 12. Yeah, because we're using the doors. Yeah, we're good. We are good. I was worried for a second, but I figured it out. Alright, let's get rid of that. So I can't introduce any new items. I have to make do with what I have, which I've done a lot worse and worked with a lot of worse item sets. So this is completely fine. I'll do my little hack. I'm glad that this is recorded because I'm gonna definitely use that method I just figured out in new levels, because that's pretty cool. But we don't have to. I'm probably going to put doors here. Just to, you want to show the player that yes, you're looking for a door. So that's what I'm gonna do. I wanted to have like a pathway. I don't know how well this is gonna work out. We'll see. I still have to test all this stuff to make sure it's working properly. Sometimes you can get too excited with what you're trying to do and fail to test anything. Alright, we actually have to use... I'm at the end? I have to use too much. Yeah, this is the part of level making I don't like, where I have to start deleting things. It's very annoying. So just forgive me while I move everything 3 pixels to the left. Okay. Almost done. I mean, I didn't want the boss section that I'm gonna make to be on the black, but we may have no choice. Luckily, I'm using doors, and the P-switch functions as a key, so we can turn this into a key door and have a barrier up. In the interest of time and saving space, we're just gonna have one yeah, we're just gonna have one there. Or I could do the reverse and have the one here so it doesn't look, yeah, I'm gonna do that instead. I'm jumping the gun, but I'm gonna let you know the boss we're using is Bowser Jr. We're gonna modify this though. I don't want you to see the black. I don't want you to know that the end is right there. And I should probably lower this. Okay. I can put this on even ground. Okay. Let's play test this. We'll do it from the checkpoint. I wanted to keep this open, but I'm gonna at least do this. Okay. Oh, yeah. Alright, so that kind of works. I'm gonna put some more there because you have plenty of time. But the last checkpoint will be there. Once you make it into that door, basically the only thing keeping you from the exit is Bowser Jr. But I want to do more with this. Oh, and there's a reason why those the pink or red coins are still there. I'm gonna have like a secret. So I'm gonna have this here. I'm gonna have this here. I'm not sure where I'm putting my secret just yet. Ooh. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I can have it up here, so you can see it. Usually you want to keep your secrets hidden, but in this case, in the interest of time and, well, I could have it in the subworld. I could. That would be a good way to have it hidden. As a matter of fact, I might just do that. This way I keep the level as simple looking as possible. You don't have to put a secret area in your levels, by the way. It's just something that is a nice gesture. I guess we'll throw a bunch of 1-ups. We'll have one come out the pipe itself. The ground. I'll even get crafty and put a hopefully you see that's an A. That looks weird. I think that's good enough. It almost looks like Thanos if you look at it weird, but let me just move this stuff over. I thought I moved it. Oh, I didn't move it over twice. So then moved over twice. What do we do? Alright. Let us just fill this in real quick. Let me copy these. The aesthetic work can be annoying, but it's worth it when you look at the final product. I'm gonna just have them. I'm gonna have these just like this. Cause I'm gonna put sound effects. Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen. I wanna have fireworks. Since we're celebrating, you found the secret exit. The secret room, even though it's not that secret. Put the, I guess throw that there. This will be the pipe that takes you back up. I'm trying to hurry up and get through this. I'm surprised I've only been doing this for about an hour and a half. I figured this would take longer, but we're basically at the end of the level. Okay, so... Oh. I didn't do the last step. A quick note about pipe stacking. Apparently it's been taken out of Super Mario Maker 2, so you can't do this and have you come up the same way you went down, which is stupid. This is a way that it's like you could show pipe stacking serve a purpose that isn't trolly, but you know, it's kind of been taken out, so we can't really do it. I just realized that's the safety coin. Hold on. Okay, so when you defeat Bowser, I'm probably gonna make this fight a little bit more exciting than this, so don't worry. We just gotta make sure what I want to do is working the way I want it. Alright, yeah, so you'll fall down, you'll unlock that, and you can go down here. You get the message. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that, because there could be another thing you can do to have the pipe come out here. but it's just gonna take too long to do. There's a way to keep players from. Well, actually, hold on. Might be able to pull this off. We still have the cloud yeah, we can do it. Yep. Okay. It doesn't look as cool since I'm covering so many things up. But you know what? Whatever. So this way you can come down here. Okay, so I like that much better. Yeah, I like that much better. Because now when you grab it, you just walk off screen. I like that better. You can go that way, or you can go to the secret, but you'd have had to have grabbed all of these the whole time. Alright, so we got a coin there, coin there. I'll give you a reason to even touch up here in the first place. I'll put a pink coin here, so you know that those are involved. I almost forgot my bookend. Almost forgot my bookend. I don't have it the same way I would like. And you can throw yourself back to Bowser if you want to do that, but the end is right there, so I don't think most people are going to do that, but we'll see. I want the safety coin to be right here so you just fall into it, but I wouldn't mind putting the coin there. You know what, I'm gonna leave it like that. That's fine. Alright, so now this section is largely finished. The level is largely finished. But I want to make certain things a little bit more difficult to warrant having to use the checkpoint. Because it's like, yeah, what? Why has it got the checkpoint down there and it's got one here? What's so difficult about this? This is a way to insert harder sections into something that would normally be perceived as easy. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. This might have proved to be more difficult than I thought. Okay, no. Okay. Oh, we're having the same problem we had earlier. Alright, so I don't really got room to move things over. Okay. Ooh, that's kind of clean. That's kind of clean. Alright. I think I'm gonna be a little bit more forgiving. And this way I can kind of hide, because this was the original intention anyway. I don't know if this is 12. It's 5. Okay. But now I got the problem of if someone wants to get froggy and try to jump over. That was the one thing I was worried about. Because it's certainly possible. It's hard, but I have to get rid of that. I want it. Well, actually, the whole race to the P door. It's kind of rough anyway. Ooh, I just missed it. Just missed it. Let me see, now if I have these start lower, will that mean anything? Ooh. Okay. All right. Let me see if I send it the other way, how that work. All right, that works, but now I need something here. Maybe like 3 of these. I think we need homeboy here. Let's see. Oh God. All right. That I'm liking that. I'm liking that. That's the wave. Okay. This is probably still very easy to a lot of people, but you know, I'm not trying to kill the player. I'm trying to give the player a challenge. I think that's the difference. I do want to have these here. I don't know how well. Let me see. Ooh. A large part of the challenge is gone. Ooh. That played out differently on the approach, but it worked. Alright. So I think that section is good. Let's work on the boss now. Generally, for your boss, you want to put the boss music on. It's a nice aesthetic touch. Now, I'm out of options as far as putting new items is concerned, but we still have our central mechanic. We hit enemy limit? Are you serious? That's funny. Okay. That's actually hilarious. In a basic level like this, I'm still using 100 entities or enemies. That is hilarious. I think I can get rid of you, and I'll still be fine. What? It was block limit? Get out of town. It was block limit? Uh-oh. So why is it? Oh, maybe hold on. Maybe I was grabbing the checkpoint when I was doing that. I'm like, there's no way. I think we're gonna give our friend some wings. Make this a little bit more difficult. Well, you could just chill up here. I'm gonna have to have... Yeah, because you could just chill up here the whole time, so... This is probably one of the few times where I'm going to implement a spike ceiling. But also... Let me see here. Nani? let's see how. Yeah, this might be a little too hard. Oh. Okay. That works. So now, if you notice, you have to take what you learned with the mechanic, but you can't stay up there. It'll help you deal with Bowser Jr., but you can't stay up there for too long. I like it. I could have probably did something where you had no ground and you had to deal with these platforms and Bowser, but that's gonna take well, it probably won't take too long to do, but the main thing is I want this level to be accessible. So that's the boss fight. So let's recap a bit. When making a level, you want to decide what you're gonna do in the level. You want to decide what your main mechanic is. And I chose to go with a spinning platform on the rails. And I show you how to manage it in a safe environment. The only thing that's gonna come at you is a lone Goomba, and it takes him a minute to even get to you. You'll be lapping this like 3 times maybe before the Goomba even shows up. So next is a development of said mechanic. I introduce a pitfall before the next platform, and now you have a larger platform that you have to jump over, and you have a Koopa Troopa and a Goomba to deal with. Pretty simple stuff, and once you've played this level once, you can realize you can jump over this gap and there's actually no fear to you, but most players are going to be cautious, like I illustrated before. Now, I introduce winged Goombas by themselves in a tight environment to kind of like show you like, yeah, it's gonna get a little, it's not gonna get hot real, but it's gonna get a little real going forward. I probably could put spikes here, but I'm hesitating to do it because you are small, Mario, and I'm not sure if, like, I guess for a speedrunner, because I know people are gonna speedrun this, it might prove to be challenging. Let's see. Is there a way to short hop? Yeah, there is. Oh, I even hit it and still got past. Alright, so that's fine. That's actually, I'll actually throw more. Obviously, you shouldn't be killed by this spike. You done goofed if something, if you bounce into the Goomba and end up here, so it's fine. You can clear it. I was worried about it, but that's fine. So now I introduce both spikes and the wing Goomba before you get to them being used in practice here. I probably could show the para Koopas beforehand, but I don't really have room for it. And it's I guess you should expect them coming. I guess I could have their regular variant walk around. Let's see how it works. I actually kind of like that. I kind of want to throw the regular ones on these, but let's see. I want to see what happens if I do that. Now it forces the dude off. I want to see something. Ooh, he gets pushed off? That's funny. Why does he get pushed off? Or did it not spawn? That's funny. Okay. Trial and error. I wonder. I know, because when you have things over the line, they, oh, you serious? When you have things over the line, the camera, like, focuses upward. I don't know why that's playing. Hopefully, it doesn't distract. It's distracting me, but hopefully it doesn't distract you guys. Alright, that kind of works. No, it doesn't. I thought it would work. It does not. I had this working and I literally screwed it up. Oh, man. Why is it doing that? Oh boy. Both this little conundrum I put myself in and that background noise is messing me up right now. Let me see. Can I undo and just have it? My little experiment didn't work. I was hoping it would. Okay. Let's see. Alright. Oh, it stopped working anyway. Independent of introducing the red Koopa Troopa, this stopped working for some reason. I'm not sure why. That is so weird. Why is it doing that? Okay. I have no bloody idea why this isn't working the way it would. I don't like that because it throws the dude at you. I don't like that. Come on. Oh, he just misses it completely. You know what? That kind of works. I don't like that he gets tossed at you, but if the red one can remain, I'm kind of with it. Yeah. Okay. There's one thing that I didn't go over or show you guys, and I'm not even sure how I can implement it in the level now because we're practically done. Oh, this is rough. Oh, crap. Clearing this is gonna be a nightmare. Actually, I can't do it from there. I have to do it from here. This level's rough. Oh, come on. This is because I'm trying to rush through. Because I'm trying to get back to showing you my point. Oh, okay. Alright. Get out of here. Alright. And that. I did it segmented. Oh. I didn't finish doing this. Okay. About to have a fugly looking level over here. One, two, three, four, five. Okay. Let me see if I can grab this. I actually wouldn't mind if the other ground piece was here. See if I can generate it. There it is. Okay. We can leave those there. Yeah, you'll never see them. Okay. Alright, the level is largely done, so let me recap again. Introduction to your mechanic. You develop said mechanic. This was the platform on rails in the intro. In the development, we have the same thing, but now we introduce enemies in to having to deal with the mechanic. I show you before each new thing something that's gonna be involved with it. from the intro to the development, I introduced platforms. From development to twist, I show you the wing Goomba and the spikes, or the spike block. From, I don't really show you anything for the final or the conclusion, but I don't really have anything new here. I kind of been building up to this conclusion the whole time. There's nothing new to show you, really. Only thing I can think of is I guess showing the P-switch beforehand, but I would have to show it in a way that's interesting. Let me see. I guess having you wait wouldn't be all that interesting, but you would see the P-switch in action before moving forward. And I guess it's an excuse to give you more coins to get, I guess. Yeah, it kind of makes sense, because if I just have them there and there's nothing stopping you, when you surface, you won't see these. So yeah, that kind of works. Give you some time to breathe before the final thing you have to do. I'm gonna put those there just in case. Think we're done. I think we're done. All right. I think we're done, so before I go to upload this, I'll look at the comments I'm sure that I missed. I'm sure I missed a whole bunch of comments. IcebergMike, remember when I was human? Do you prefer what I was or what I am now? Can I prefer humans? Because well, you know what's funny? The thing about Tokyo Ghoul that is kind of ridiculous and interesting at the same time, humans treat each other sometimes worse than ghouls, and that show illustrates that. And then you see ghouls like trying to form a family and trying to figure out a way to survive. It's a nice flip on the whole ghouls / zombies are always a bad thing. So that's pretty interesting. But yeah, I'd rather prefer humans. Is Demo not gonna be here? I'm not sure what you mean by that. If you're referring to D, no. Got that fire, boy. Hey, just so you know, right now I'm moving. Anyway, bye. Alright, controller. Hopefully your move is okay. 14 IC? Yeah, I had to fix that. Can you do 12 IC in 3D world? Can you do 2D in 4D world? You can do lower dimensions and higher dimensions because it's already established. So yeah. As far as 12 IC, I put the 12 IC stuff on this channel because it's a way for me to expose what I do here to other people who wouldn't necessarily watch the channel. Sharing your videos to groups is a good way to get a groundswell of regular fans who are messing with the thing you mess with, to like help bolster your numbers. So that's why I put the 12 IC stuff here. It was stuff I was gonna do anyway, so why not? I'm playing Mario Maker, I'm in a group that plays Mario Maker, discusses level design and whatnot, so it just made sense. I offered the chance for you guys to take your own spin on the 12 item challenge because it's a twofold reason. One, it's more levels from you guys I can play, and it also helps you if you decide to take the challenge to make within a constriction. Because like I said at the top, a lot of people like spamming the level with enemies, and the level is not cohesive, it's just random because the enemies weren't deliberately placed. They're just, oh, put it here, oh, there. You saw that even though I placed enemies in certain spots, I went back and made sure that it actually worked, and if something was off I would fix it. You have to play test and iterate upon what you placed on the screen. Wait, what's this? This isn't a troll level. You're correct. Also, is there music requests? Since I'm kind of giving a tutorial, no. Future creation streams will have song requests, but I'm trying to do something educational here. Editing this is gonna be a nightmare. I feel like you're doing unnecessary stuff to the level. Maybe. But I wanted to show how you can take a simple concept and turn it on its head and make it something that is challenging but isn't like what's the word I want to use? Not impossible to beat. This is gonna be easy. It's kind of meant to be in the easy to normal range, so I expect this level at the end of whatever the introductory ranking system that Super Mario Maker does to put it in the easy / normal tier. This should not go to expert at all, and if it does, I might have failed as a level designer. IcebergMike, you are correct. You are the table. Eyeballing what's good. Red Bengal son, my family. That's a weird, yeah, it's hard to design a letter within Mario Maker. If I'd use coins, which maybe I should go back and use coins, it'd look a lot more like an A, but I chose to go with rails. Dominate and abominate, that's how I be. I have the equation to hinder your evasion. What's with the bars? You ruined the T, it was good the first time. Oh, okay. I'll go back and fix that. I found a way to cheese this though. I'm sure there is. Mike, since the theme is P-switch, use blocks to spell things and then show them. Oh, okay, I could do that. Mike, I dare you. Song is cool. Uda, I forgot how it sounds. I'm not sure what you mean. Subreddit English, yep. I know how to beat this using cheese. I am the cheese. The pipe stacking make my troll levels popular. Pipe stacking, as I showed you before I changed my mind, because I realized that even though I'm still using pipe stacking at the end of this level, it's not going to be available to you in Mario Maker 2, so I decided to go with this method instead. Mike did not forget about chat. I was trying to finish the level and have a long stretch of video where I didn't have to edit much. Miguel, I'm not doing levels today. This is a tutorial stream. I'm sorry. I'll do viewer levels tomorrow. Well, get ready to hear some Splatoon songs all the time. Okay. Current on chat. So let's get back to it. So the level is finished. There's not much else I can do. I mean, there's plenty of stuff I could do. I can make this fight harder. I could probably add a couple more things to this. But I'm gonna go check my bonus room and just fix this section. Since I was given the idea to use the P switch, we're gonna do that instead. The reason why I turned the T from this to what you saw is because it would be uneven. I was trying to keep everything even, but we're gonna scrap this. Because using coins would be a little bit better. Ends are hard. I have to go 5. I mean, that kinda looks like an end. Kinda. Let's see how it looks. I'm gonna have to lower it one because it doesn't, some stuff gets cut off. I'm gonna extend it because I want to put the I want to put a exclamation mark. Okay. So let's see how it looks now. All right. Okay. So we finished the level. this is how you could make a basic level in Super Mario Maker. I hope that this was informative for you. I use something similar to this whenever I make my own levels. Obviously, I bend and break a couple of rules, but you can use this as a starting guideline to make your own levels. It's simple looking, but there's clearly parts that can trip you up. And I use a lot of safe zones and I use checkpoints. I feel like others should follow the examples shown in this level and expound on them in their own levels. I didn't do nothing too crazy here, and this is a level that anyone can play. And even people who feel this level's too easy, speedrun it, get the best time on it. For people who are a little bit more cautious, you know, this is a nice little challenge for them. I will admit this section is kind of rough, but I had to step it up a bit because I gave you a checkpoint. What's the point of me giving you the checkpoint if it's going to be a cakewalk, you know? That does come out of nowhere. That does come out of nowhere. Maybe I can... I mean... It's kind of illustrated beforehand. It kind of works as a... Hey, yo, they're gonna be coming out of nowhere. It kind of works in that sense. Let me see. Ooh. Ooh. Why do I keep messing that up? Let's see. I really like how the platforms are not timed exactly, so you could mess the... Oh, I'm gonna run out of time. Let me see, maybe I need to switch this the other way, cause that is rough. I want you to move quickly. If I'm forcing you to wait, okay. What? It's kind of RNG-ish in a way. I won't lie about that. How did that? That's a strange hitbox. It's a risky maneuver though. That would have killed me. But the startup frames saved me on that one, but that should have killed me. I ran right through that guy. Alright, so he didn't come in on that one. I wasn't gonna make it anyway. If you have to wait for any of these, then you're kind of screwed. Screw it, we'll start from up here. Alright, maybe we got a shot. Yeah, we got a shot. Alright. Remove the spikes underneath the 5 red paracoop as they all land on the spikes, giving you a platform that wasn't there before. I mean, they can give you a platform, but it's okay. It's actually fine. Because it doesn't always happen. And I kind of like the level where it's at now. Okay, so I'm going to, oh actually, I didn't put the signature 12 IC, because this is a 12 item challenge level. So I guess we'll make a separate section that you can't get to. Actually, I like showing it off in the level. So where can we put it? This guy played my level. Alright, I gotta find a place to put 12 IC. Maybe I can put it here. Maybe if I use rails I can put it here. Yeah, there we go. I kinda liked the nah, that looks off. I think I'm gonna go with that. Okay, so now we gotta save our level. We gotta find a place to overwrite. We can put it here. That wasn't a level, that was me messing around. We're gonna call this one Super Mario Maker 2 tutorial level. I see. Might be misleading, but that's what I'm calling it. So now let's go to upload it. Oh, one quick thing before I do that. Your thumbnail is actually very important, because when people look for levels to play, they're looking at your whole level thumbnail and the thumbnail that you save the level as. So I don't know if you noticed, a lot of the levels that are on the leaderboards they have a lot of pixel art in the long thumbnail. You can do something similar like that. You can have it in the save thumbnail. It's something that you should consider. You don't have to be an artist and go hard with the pixel art, but it's something that can help your level stand out. And this particular thumbnail that I'm doing isn't all that great. It's just a wall, a pipe, and 12 IC. But some people could think it's mysterious. Oh, what's that? But it's something that you should think about when saving your levels. I don't know. I'm pretty sure Super Mario Maker 2 is going to have a similar system with Course World. But, you know, just keep that in mind. Make your thumbnail look good. Or at least inviting enough for someone to play it. Because some people look at the new arrivals to see if they want to play a level or not. It's not all just endless challenge or 100 Mario challenge. So I imparted that knowledge on you. Let's upload the level. Ooh. That's what I get for rushing. Like, I know the level. I can just beat this with my hand tied behind my back. Nope. I'm actually interested in seeing how speedrunners are gonna deal with this. Oh. After me throwing that shell, that was the thing I wanted to talk about. Oftentimes, yeah, this might suck because you gotta keep waiting, but it's fine. I want to keep it in there. There's a reason why I showed you the P-switch. Ooh. If you have a level where a lot of like slopes or staircases and you manage to get a shell, you can lob it at a bunch of enemies for 1-ups. I don't really have an opportunity to use it here. Crap. No! I gotta start over. That section is rough. And I'm trying to do it quickly, which is probably a mistake. But yeah, lobbing shells at a bunch of enemies for a 1-up, that's something you could utilize if you want. I could have probably put 100 coins in here if I wanted to. I'm not trying to do that, but that's something that you could consider too, since this level is so basic. Yes, you can cheese it. I'm leaving that in too. This level, even though I keep dying in stupid ways, this level is meant to serve 2 functions. Something, wow. Something for lesser skilled players to be able to play, and something challenging for speedrunners. The more and more I do this, the more I regret putting this here. Okay. Ooh. Whatever works. Oh no. I'm not gonna use the platforms. Oh God. I was scared that that was gonna happen. Ooh, that's rough. No. Oh man. Maybe I should stop trying to race through it. Just play it. Beat it and upload it. Oh, that's interesting. No. Oh man, maybe I should damage boost and just say screw it. No. Do. Wow. No! I was gonna try to damage boost. Oh man. Oh, that was stupid. That random coin is still in the level. Whew. Okay. Whew. All right. That's one down. I wish that random coin I placed wasn't where it is, but you know what? Screw it. I'm not gonna go back and erase it. It'll just be there. Doing this without the extra hit might be harder. Actually, I don't need to grab. Actually, this might be easier because I don't have all the, so I don't have to worry about grabbing those. Yep. And we did. Bong. Unfortunately, I don't have level slots. So we gotta delete something. I'm not a fan of deleting levels, but we gotta do it. I was hoping I wouldn't have to delete any more levels, but got no choice. This level is not mine, it's someone else's. I made my own, so I have no problems deleting it. Okay, so when you have to upload a course and you made the error in thinking you had a slot and you didn't, you don't have to clear the level again, because as you'll notice, there's a flag here. That means the level is cleared and ready to upload. So once I hit upload, it will do just that. It'll confirm a name for me. We already put it. We're good money. Uploading course. And there's the code. And that's the start to finish process of developing and uploading a level. If you have any questions, concerns, comments about the process, if you think there's something that could be improved, leave it in the comments. And like, comment, subscribe for more Super Mario Maker level design things. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make a series about this, but when I start playing Super Mario Maker 2, they have a thing in there called Yamamura's Dojo, and I want to see if I can go through those and upload those as like separate standalone videos, because I think that's something that people are going to overlook. And the fact that Nintendo is giving you level design tips is something that shouldn't be taken for granted. We didn't have that in Super Mario Maker 1. We had to figure this stuff out on our own. I did watch a few people before starting to like go hard into making levels, Game Maker's Toolkit is one channel that I think anyone who even like wants to like game design as like a hobby should subscribe to and watch his stuff. His commentary on Mario and other platforming games like Mega Man and Toki-Tori and Ori and the Blind Forest, those games, he has pretty good commentary, and a lot of what I've showed you was kind of like distilled through those videos into my thought process of how to make levels. There's another person, Broken Buttons. I don't think he makes content anymore, but in Mario Maker's heyday, he had tutorials on how to make levels, how to deal with difficulty. There's another guy, Xian Light. He's a Twitch streamer, and I'm not sure if he still does it, but he's into Metroidvanias, and he had a couple of tutorials on how to like set up different backtracking doors or like mechanics to like make your Metroidvania levels easier to make. Like you could have like a falling platform or something, or a bunch of clouds, or once you had certain items you could blow up a bomb and it would give you a backtracking path. So don't just watch this video, but watch other videos on how to make levels and game design in general, and I think you'll make better Super Mario Maker levels, and you'll get your stars or maker points or whatever it is from other players to show that you can actually make levels and you know what you're doing. So that's all I got. Okay, so that was 2 hours and 40 minutes of me. Well, not exactly 240, but because I did stop to read comments, but that was me shooting that level tutorial video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it seemed like I wasn't paying attention to chat, but I really wanted to get this done, and the only way it seems that I can get these videos done is by live streaming them. Because on a weekend where I'm like, all right, Saturday, I'm gonna film me making a level. Like a month of Saturdays went by and I never did it. So that's the reason why I did this today. It just happened to work with creating a level because I like doing that, and MCW UK is continuing the 12-item challenge, and I decided to throw my hat in the ring because I like making levels, and Mario Maker 2 is going to be a great game, but because certain things are missing from 2 that are in 1, I feel like it's warranted enough to do a retro or Mario Maker 1 day for like maybe like every 2 weeks or monthly or something, so I can the players who still have 1 or can't get 2 or just still interested in getting more stars in 1, there's an outlet for them. So even though we'll be playing 2 a majority of the time, Mario Maker 1 will not leave this channel. It'll just be very much diminished. So let me read comments. And I think I'm gonna... We're almost at 3 hours, so after I read these comments, I'm probably gonna raid. I don't really want to play viewer levels after having to upload that, even though it didn't take as long as I thought it would. Brad, Dr. Cal, first try. You're playing Cuphead on a different file again. Cuphead is hard, yo. Cuphead is like really hard. I tried playing it and I didn't get far. Oh, Light Gazer played it too. He was using the wrong weapon. Alright. So we got a guy trying to get past the sensors. Well, John, thank you for coming to the channel. Hopefully, within whatever X amount of days, you could change that username back to something more safe for work. When you get Mario Maker 2, you're gonna get used to it. You are gonna get used to it and might end up getting bored of it. I don't know. Like, cause it's definitely gonna be a bit of a muscle memory change, cause I'm used to creating on the gamepad, looking up at the screen, playtesting, making sure things work. Like basically how you saw me make the level I made just now. That's how my level process is. The only thing different, like when I would make a Sonic level, I would be looking down, placing the things, and then I'd have like a level map of Green Hill or Marble Zone. I'd be looking at it, be trying to do quick measurements. That's basically how that process goes. I don't think I'm gonna get bored of Mario Maker 2, but the initial playing through it, it's gonna be some adjusting for sure. So we got a John off over here. I'm the real John. Yes, I'm the real John, and all of you Johns are just imitators. So won't the real John please stand up? Please stand up. There's a lot of alts. What's happening? At least it isn't Jon Snow. You know, I always I don't hate Game of Thrones. I'm a Game of Thrones fan, but I literally seen season 1, 2, and the last episode. And I wasn't even planning on watching the last episode. I was actually going to try to get current. But after seeing the last episode, I'm like, should I even bother? Like, I know the result, and based on the build-up and all the hype, it feels like a letdown. And I wasn't even there for the full ride. They Mass Effect 3'd Game of Thrones, and I'm like, why? Why would... I hate when shows don't stick the landing. I sincerely hope One Piece sticks the landing. It has no reason not to, but boy, that would be such a grave disappointment if after all those years, decades of build-up, it just flounders the end game of that story. I don't see why it can't, because I read the manga weekly, and yeah, there's something, yeah, you could have did something better there, chapters, but overall, like, it's the best story I've read. So I just hate it when something is so epic and in the 11th hour it just, nope, sorry. But it is what it is. Hopefully when George R.R. Martin actually finishes the story, they do like a Game of Thrones Brotherhood and they retell the story, or yeah, they would have to retell the story because they kind of mix non-canon stuff into it. So hopefully they do that. Hopefully the ending in the books is better than the show. You got 40 subs, 69 more to go. Oh, okay. if you see what I'm doing, how I've been putting out edited videos on top of doing the live streams, that's kind of the wave. That's kind of where you need to be. I would rather just live stream, but it's kind of hard to sell your channel when all you got is 3-hour, 5-hour videos. I mean, the content is good, but there's a lot of gaps. So editing stuff down kind of like helps with that. I know the videos are like 20-30 minutes, but as opposed to like a 3-hour live stream, hearing me rant for 20 minutes or seeing a bunch of cool levels in 30, I think that's a better trade-off. I hope that it gets people to the channel because I put a lot of work into those 2 videos, and this one that you're gonna see in a couple of days, because I might start the preliminary edits today, but this video, the tutorial level is probably not going to be out till Thursday or Friday. I can talk. I can English. Let me drink water. Don't ooh me. Not everyone wants a YouTube career, but you kind of have to have an account to watch videos. Yeah, technically everyone can be a YouTuber, but you know, you gotta do certain things. I don't really like editing, but if I want to get my count, I mean, I can get my count to a G by just live streaming, but I'm trying to streamline the way to 1K. Our growth has been crazy because I didn't expect to be at 653 this quickly. Like, we hit 600 like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, so that's kind of crazy. But hopefully these videos help bolster the numbers up. Iceberg, as good as those guys are, the guy I really want to watch is a guy called, I like to call IcebergMike. Well, thank you, I appreciate that. We have touched off the cons of 2 Mario Maker or MM already. Now that it's almost out, let's focus on the possibilities of excitement. I guess that's what you meant. I'm excited for the night themes because the ghost house at night gives you a spotlight and fire acts like a second light. So my first level is going to be exploiting that. I was gonna start with the Sonic stuff, but I want to make that dark level. I want to show that you can make a dark level without being trolly, because I know everyone's gonna, that's their first thought. Let's put a thump out of view, and oh man, I'm walking on the hairband door, hold it up. So yeah, I'm not making any troll level. Maybe if I work with someone that wants to make a troll level, because there's co-op creating, maybe I'll do it then. But as far as like making original levels, I'm going traditional all the way. Well, they got the car now, so I might make a level with the car. Yeah, that would be kind of crazy. Like, you make a level where you start with the car and you end up with the Koopa Clown car. Can you make like an RPG? Like, can you make Final Fantasy VII in Super Mario Maker 2? Maybe not something that ambitious, but you know, like typical RPGs, they give you a car, they give you a boat, they give you an airship. Like, I don't know, be like the possibilities are more than endless. They were endless in 1, and 2 is just, they blew the doors off of it. I'm excited for the creation aspect. I'm really excited to make new stuff with the new items. I just like, I know we're trying to stay positive, but Nintendo really shot that game in the foot a couple of times. I'm surprised I'm still able to be this excited for it. But I guess because there's both a creation aspect, a playing aspect, and the story mode aspect, even though there's certain problems with all of them, there's still so much new stuff to be excited about that it's not really that bad. It's just like a oh really type of moment. You'll cheese this level. I saw some of the cheese. I'm pretty sure it's very cheesable, but you know what? If you find it and you're able to beat the level quickly, go for it. So what will happen with 4 years of Mario Maker when Super Mario Maker 2 drops? Will it restart to 1 year of Mario Maker? I mean, it technically can be 4 years of Mario Maker, or they can do 1 year of Mario Maker 2. It's up to whoever organizes it. I'm gonna try to find that person and make sure that I'm on the official list, because I have a 3 years of Mario Maker level that I made, but I'm pretty sure it's just like yeah, I got it in my level title, but I'm sure there's a website for it. I'm not listed there. So I gotta figure that out. I do not do live streams, I just edit video. You need to do both because live streams let you engage with your fans and edited videos get people who aren't your fans possibly to be your fans. I don't know if I think that's a good way to look at it. You just cheese the level. Alright, cool. Let me make a troll with you. I'm fine with that. I'll make it with a person. I'm not doing it by myself. Iceberg soapbox? Yes. I'm trying to extend it to 3 hours. I mean, we're gonna get there because we're gonna enter raid phase pretty soon, and that takes a good 5 to 10 minutes, and we're at 254. So, especially how story mode has things you can't remake in the editor. I saw people were upset about how you can add things to the level while in story mode. At least it looks like you were in story mode. Some people were upset that you could do that to like just playing someone's level online. I'm like, it's a creation game. Nintendo thought, you know, we're making levels, why don't we put like some creation pieces in the level? And you could, and if you could control what can be placed, that's cool. Like, you don't have to give them like a star or something. You just throw a bunch of one-ups in there if you could control what's in that maker box thing. And then you know there's people that's gonna troll and put a poison mushroom in there. Like, you can put nothing in there if it's controllable. I think a lot of us freaked out about the game because we had a certain expectation for it, and the reality is much different from what we were perceiving. I'm part of that because I'm expecting what was in the first game to be in the sequel, and the fact that that's not the case, it definitely is a sour note. But I'm looking forward to making cool stuff in 2, and I hope that you guys like the stuff I make. But boy, 5 minutes, this ain't no PewDiePie raid. I'm all for listening to Iceberg chat for an hour. Well, I technically did it for 3, so but I'm glad you like me soapboxing, because it happens a lot here. 2 people, including Evan, has played your course. Well, thank you for the star, Toxie. For any of you who still happen to have this game, I know 2 is coming out Friday. I'm gonna be playing 2. I know that most people don't even care anymore. I would like to get the last 2 medals. I would at least like to get to medal 9. If you liked, not all my levels are simple or easy to navigate. I feel like I've gotten better since my first forays into the level designing thing, however you want to call it. But some of these levels need some love, man. Some are harder than others. Like NES Hard is probably the hardest level I've made. La Maison Fantôme is definitely up there too. But then I got easier ones like Pumpkin Hill is easy. I think Hot Takes is easy. It's like you probably might be confused by it at first, but I think this level's easy. Let me see if I die on it. It's got a 9% clear rate. It may not be easy. The idea of it was easy. To run from Bowser. Oh yeah, you get. That's why it might be hard, because you have to get away from the P switches. Yeah, this level's rough. I definitely see why people had a hard time with it. I don't think there's checkpoints in here. I jumped. Are you kidding me? Hey, ThunderPals are rating? You don't say. Wow. Excuse me? Well, I see why it's 9% now. I didn't mean for it to be this hard. But I didn't want you just scurrying into the pipe either. But now you're waiting. And waiting is always bad. You want to try to not have a lot of waiting in your levels. Are you kidding me? That's probably my fault, but nah. This was supposed to be quick, so if I can't do it in like the next couple of tries, we're just gonna leave. And yes, this always happens where I can't beat my own level. Because I forget what you're supposed to do or what the trick is. There shouldn't be a trick here though. And there's gotta be a way to maintain the costume. What? Alright, last try. If I don't get it, then I don't get it. But clearly I beat it to clear it, so there's some trick that I'm not doing. But there shouldn't be, because it's pretty straightforward. Yeah. I don't know why I can't do it. Let's look at failure points. Thank you for the star, man. I appreciate it. Alright, B switches area. The whole point is to make it to the ice. This triggers, and then you wait for the signal to go into the pipe. You don't have to fight the Bowser's on the other side. You're just supposed to do it twice, and then it puts you here and you go to the goal. It's actually a very short course. I don't know why I'm having so much problems with it, but it is what it is. Alright, so I had enough of the of soapboxing. So let's go to raid. We're gonna pass on viewers to the next man. Oh. That needs to go away. That needs to come here. Let's take that off for a second. Before ending the stream, we're gonna go to another channel and pass on viewers to them. Wait for me to post the URL and the person's name, and we will commence raiding. I need to figure out how to, like, cause there's like a command. I think it's in Streamlabs chatbot. I'm trying to figure it out, and I'm trying to edit my alerts so they're more personalized. But we'll see. Lucky draw. Oh, you want me to do lucky draw? I hate lucky draw. Lucky draw is so trash. Fair enough. I'm not even sure if I push it out on my bookmarks or not. We're gonna see. Oh, it's still here. This trash heap of a level. Apparently it's got 25 clears now.
Oh no!
But we're gonna mute lucky draw. If we happen to get it while we're doing it, then fine. But let's turn on the monitor, and we're going to raid. Hopefully everyone attends. Okay. So we're going to find someone playing Super Mario Maker. Today and live. Road of 3D Mario Maker. Okay. Some Super Mario Maker before. I don't know who Mystery Man Bro is. Let's go to see him. Ah, that hurt.
There's supposedly a secret pipe.
That hurt. That hurt a lot.
Whoa! Oh god!
Oh, you just seen that? Alright. Oh, he's only got 71? Alright. We gotta help Duke. We gotta help Duke.
Probably like 3 hours.
It would be like that, you know?
It's lit that I play video games for lots of hours at a time. Oh yeah, there are 5 different endings? My boy, that sounds epic. Because that means like, if I do get tired of... What? What's going on out there? I'm not the only one in the house.
Yeah, we figured that one out. We definitely figured that one out. God, this guy's loud. You gotta put ThunderPals raid.
It's really hard to get through. 2 nightbots in 1 chat. That's the beginning. This is pretty epic, I gotta say. I realized it was fake, but then got rid of the real nightbot by the stake. What are you? That is like, that is too funny that it has to be made up. You're not making it up. They got rid of the real one.
Come on, people, let's do it. Let's raid.
What would they think that the already modded nightbot was? What? There's so many things going on. Oh, it was just a dirty trick.
It is a dirty trick. Are you kidding me?
Maybe you jump on that terrain block.
That looks crazy.
It's really hard.
Is this dude gonna look at chat though?
Who's this? Oh my god. ThunderPals raid. Thank you so much. Wow. Oh my gosh. I have to check y'all out.
That's the reaction I want. It took him long enough.
Because why? I don't know. Apparently, I'm doing a good job at it.
That's what's up. What's with this level though? This is what you don't do. Alright. I'm gonna mute you. I'm a little disappointed that it was only me and Lightgazer, but what are you gonna do? Anyway, that was a stream. Thank you guys very much for watching, whether live or on the recap. You've been chilling with the Iceberg. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the ThunderPals YouTube channel for more Super Mario Maker and other things gaming. If you wish to be notified of when we go live or post, smack that notification bell and you can be notified. Also, if you join my Discord, which has a wonderful community, by the way, you get another notification. So it's like you're like double downing on the notifications. Be sure to follow us on everything, and if you see things funny or epic, clip them. They can become part of a video down the line. And I'm after I edit down this particular video into something, I'm not even sure how am I gonna do this, because even if I take out my reading chat and whatnot, I think I still have like an hour and a half of tutorial talk. I'm not sure how I may have to like skip past some things, we'll see. But I want to get the video out before Friday or on Friday, so I gotta see. But yeah, more edited videos are coming. And it seems some people like the 10 creative levels video I made. I'm willing to do a lot more of those going forward, so make good stuff and I'll feature it. If you wish to support us monetarily, we have 5 avenues for you. We have Redbubble, Streamlabs, Patreon, PayPal, and Twitch Prime. Shout out to Samad, Dignified Savage, Jeroentjeee, and PRG. And most importantly, you guys have a good one. ThunderPals out. So, with all that said, we're out. Exit out the level. I got a surprise for you. Sure. Wish I could edit, but I can't edit for beans. Editing sucks. It's not the greatest. Richard has played your course. He started spelunking captain. That's what's up. Oh, okay. My homeboy is out here. Thank you for the stars. Editing it's more time consuming than anything else. If you know what you're doing, it's just a matter of doing it in a quick way. I guess learning keyboard shortcuts is a good way to speed up what you're doing. Yo, this dude is out here. Thank you for starring these levels. I use DaVinci Resolve. I used to use Premiere, but can't use it anymore. It's outdated. I use CS2 Premiere, and it's just I can't use it anymore. So I use Resolve now. It's free. It's pretty powerful. It has shades of Premiere, so it's pretty good. I recommend it, and you don't have to shell out money for it. And there's plenty of tutorials for it, so if you're confused about something, just type what you want to do with DaVinci Resolve at the end of it, and 9 times out of 10 you're gonna find a video to show you what you're doing wrong or how to do something. Wish I could. Logan Paul doesn't credit his editors. I'm the editor. The only other editor there's ever been on ThunderPals is the Wizard, which is why, even though you may not see the Wizard that much often anymore, his spot is solidified because most of those videos pre me starting to live stream were edited by him. As a matter of fact, the only stuff I edited that he didn't obviously were the quickness videos and a couple of the podcasts when it was Thundercast and not the Pillamans. And yeah, the rest of the stuff is him, so he's solidified. But before I get I extend this any further, I gotta go, man. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.